just trying to get a little selfie with one of these little quokkas. They're everywhere.
Join us this week as we explore all that Rottnest Island has to offer and find out whether it really is worth the hike. I'm Erin and this is Danny and the littlest member of our family, River. We are making our way around Australia with our home in tow. Subscribe to follow along and keep up to date with our adventures. So this morning we're heading over to Rottnest Island. So it's about a 30-minute boat ride from Fremantle. So we've got here nice and early. We're taking the 8:30 boat over and we're planning on spending the entire day over there. When you book your Rottnest tickets, you should also book the bike hire if you want to ride by bike over there. Unfortunately for us, the bikes are all booked out. So we've booked the hop-on, hop-off bus. So hopefully that's all right. I have heard reports of lately as the island's just super busy this time of year, that there's long lines for the buses. So hopefully the lines aren't too long and we can actually get around and explore a fair bit of the island today. So there is parking at the terminal for $10 a day. I don't know how you would go if you got a later in the day barge over, how you would go with finding a car park. But for us early morning, it was pretty easy. There's heaps of spots left.
Super busy here today. Just waiting in line for the bus now. Bit of a lineup. It'd be nice to get the bikes, but we missed out, so we have to wait for the bus. Good times, all crammed into the little bus. Just got off the bus at Little Salmon Bay. Super busy down here. Looks like a nice spot though. It's like super busy here, so we're gonna jump back on the bus and head up to the lighthouse and find another spot not so busy. Look at it, just filled up since we've been here. It's just completely filled up. Beautiful spot though. So we just got off the bus and we're going for a walk up the top of the hill to the lighthouse. And
So it's about 600 metres from the bus stop, and I think there's a cafe at the top as well.
Something's in the air. I can feel it everywhere.
so we just found a couple of those little quokkas there on the side of the road up here. So they're one of the sort of like famous animals on the island here. They're like a little marsupial type thing. People like get like selfies with them and stuff because they're very friendly. They're not really scared of people. Decent view up here, so you can see all the way across to Perth. If I zoom over there, that's Perth right over there.
Now that you're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and where do people?
Just got off the bus again. So the next place we're stopping at is City of York Bay, I think it's called. So my advice when you jump on the bus, don't go to the most popular beaches first at this time of the year because they'll just get packed out. There's so many other little spots you can stop at that aren't as popular but they're not so packed out. This place looks really good down here. This looks really nice, check this out. It's a lot less crammed than the other beaches that we stopped at. Beautiful spot.
get you. I'm gonna get you. And get Daddy.
So that was super refreshing going to swim there. I think we're going to go back on the bus now and head right around back to the main part of town where all the restaurants are. We're going to have some lunch. So it's actually not that bad going on the buses. Like, to start with, like, there was a bit of a big lineup when we first got on the island, but now, like, most of the stops we get back on, it's only usually like, you know, 5 or so people waiting there, and you only wait every 15 minutes a bus comes, so we're only waiting there for like 5 minutes most of the time. So it's, yeah, it's not bad at all really. So I spoke too soon. That bus actually was a bit slow. It took us about half an hour waiting at the bus stop, and it was a very crammed bus. But now we're back in the main town area, so we're going to go look for something to eat here. How goes that look?
It's delicious.
So we've got a big seafood platter for two. Rue's got his little fish and chips over there. So we've come down to Frankie's.
Prawns are delicious.
Good. So lunch was pretty good. Wasn't too badly priced really for being on an island like this. Usually it's very expensive. So we had like the seafood platter for two, and it was only like $59, which isn't bad really. Erin's just trying to get a little selfie with one of these little quokkas. They're everywhere.
What are you doing?
Bring your elbow into your side, yeah. Hold it.
What's the weight, like 5 kilos?
She's 4 kilos. A large female, 6 kilos.
Oh really?
Yeah.
While we're sitting there down having lunch, I saw on the street there's a guy letting people like have a turn of holding the wedge-tailed eagle. So we went out there and had a go at that. They're actually really cool animals. They're probably one of my favourite animals. They're not aggressive at all towards humans. Like, there's actually been like no case of anyone being injured by them. So, but they are very aggressive towards other animals. Like, there was other quokkas running around, which is the marsupials here. And you can see it just like turning around. See, it really wanted to go have a go at them, but yeah, the guy's holding it, so he can't get away. But so this is another one of the spots, one of the main popular spots, because this is actually just a 700-meter walk from the main town. This is called the Basin.
I reckon this spot would be really good about a month ago, before like the popular peak season.
Yeah.
This looks awesome. But yeah, it's crazy busy right now.
They also have a lot of accommodation on the island. So this is Discovery Park. They've got all these like glamping tents, and also on the right hand side here you can see all the like normal tent sites. And this is that lighthouse up there is Pinky's Beach. So we're going to walk up there and check out that beach. It's a very popular spot, so we'll see how busy it is. Just gonna go for a walk up this lighthouse here, see what the view's like at the top. There's two lighthouses on the island. They decided to build the second one, which is called the Bathurst Lighthouse. So that second beach we went to, called City of York, that was named that because a vessel crashed just off the shore, 200 metres offshore, called the City of York. So after that vessel crashed, they decided to build this second lighthouse. So we're now just waiting to get back on the ferry. got some gelato from this place called Simo's. Delicious dilemmas. Oh. Tastes good?
Yeah.
So our day's almost come to an end here in Rottnest Island. It's been a really good experience actually over here. I was quite surprised how good it is. I didn't really know what to expect, but like Erin did say that like people have raved about this area, and I can see why. It's like a really awesome spot to come. Even on a day like today where they said it was actually like one of the busiest days of the whole year, it's just like packed. There's still like so many beaches that there's always somewhere you can find to like get your own piece of paradise. And even though like for one bus we did have to wait for half an hour, most of the buses are pretty good, and even though we're quite full, you can always get on somewhere within a reasonable amount of time. So there's a lot of stops around the island as well. You definitely don't really need a bike, but it would be good having a bike because then you can just sort of go back and forwards, where on the bus you have to go in one direction, so it's a full lap of the island, takes an hour. You can't just go from one spot, go backwards, so you really need to do the whole lap if you want to go back to another spot. That's the advantage of having a bike. Thanks for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this one. I'll catch you on the next one.